go now.
All right. Well, once again, I want to welcome you to the Lunch with Lisa Ling and this event benefiting the Door of Hope. We're going to get straight to the reason why you came. I want to introduce Lisa Ling. Lisa Ling is a correspondent for the Oprah Winfrey Show and a contributor to the ABC News' Nightline and National Geographic's Explorer. She's a special correspondent for CNN's Planet in Peril series and contributing editor for the USA Today's USA Weekend magazine. Lisa will soon have her own series on the new Oprah Winfrey network. Just a couple weeks ago, Lisa and her sister, Laura, released a new book. Yes. I hope that was okay to share. It's out now. Lisa and her sister just released a new book just a couple weeks ago. It's Somewhere Inside. One sister's captivity in North Korea and the other's fight to bring her home. Lisa works hard to uncover the truth, seek justice, and to speak on behalf of those who have no voice. Lisa has traveled around the world reporting on significant issues too often ignored. One of those issues is the issue of homeless families right here in our country, right here in our state, right here in our city. Lisa came to know the Door of Hope when she was on assignment with a story for the first time homeless families show shown on KCET. Lisa came and spent a full day with us at the Door of Hope in Pasadena, and I always say once you come and spend a full day with Door of Hope, you're part of the Door of Hope family. We have invited Lisa, who is now part of our Door of Hope family, to come and share about her experiences around the world and right here at home. Let me help me welcome Lisa Ling.
Thank you so much, Tim, and thank you all for coming and spending your lunch period with us and supporting Door of Hope. And those of you who are not familiar with Door of Hope, it really is such a little gem in this community. And even though I only spent one day there, it had a profound effect on me. And I met friends there who will be friends forever, who I deeply, deeply admire and respect. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my experience at Door of Hope and my friends at Door of Hope as well in a couple of minutes. But really quickly, if you'll indulge me, I just want to answer a couple of the more commonly asked questions of me of late, if that's okay with you. First off, Oprah is very cool. People always want to know. She's actually cooler in person than she is on television, and her commitment to trying to elevate humanity is something that is deeply, deeply important to her. Second, my sister is doing great. She just gave birth to her first baby girl a couple of days ago, and she's just every day waking up and feeling so grateful to be home, because 1 year ago we didn't know where she was inside North Korea. And thirdly and lastly, I've never been in any Charlie's Angels movies. Just in case anyone was wondering, because someone always does. Pasadena. I was working on a story for the KCET show, So-Called Connected, and we were profiling an entire family, a couple and their beautiful son, who were living in the Door of Hope. And they were a couple who I met instantly, and we just connected. They are incredibly accomplished people who've worked hard all of their lives, Larry and Mary Steele, and their gorgeous son, Jesse. And due to some poor decisions that they admit they made, vis-a-vis real estate and so on, they ended up homeless. They had to sell all of their assets, and they had a couple of homes and some beautiful cars. And Mary was living in Santa Barbara with her father, while Larry was here locally still trying to hustle work. And it was just so difficult to maintain even their marriage, because for Larry to get to Pasadena required a lot of money for transportation, and it became so difficult that they contemplated getting a divorce. And Larry and Mary told me that they actually walked into divorce court holding hands, because they thought that it's just too difficult to be able to maintain our marriage and our home. And then they found Door of Hope. And if you live in Pasadena or you work in Pasadena, Door of Hope is a place that you should just be so proud of, because very rarely have I ever encountered places where families, including the father and husband, can live. And the importance of having a family together is so often underestimated. When families are going through challenges, they need to be together. And for a couple like Larry and Mary, who they just needed a little bit of a break. They needed an opportunity or a chance to just not have to think about this housing situation for a minute or so. And so when they found Door of Hope, they found that place. And it was incredible to witness Larry and Mary in this one bedroom where they had this, where they can all three of them could stay, and they said this is home right now. And it was really beautiful because they felt so grateful that they could at least be together in one room. So again, to those of you who live in Pasadena, who work in Pasadena, please try and familiarize yourself with this extraordinary gem in the city. I mean, I wish that there could be a Door of Hope in every community throughout Southern California, because we're in such desperate need. And really, if you believe in families and maintaining a family structure, then you should believe in Door of Hope, because that's what it promotes. So in closing, I just want to introduce to you my friend, Larry Steele, someone that I just hold in such high regard. And don't let the smooth taste fool you. He's actually one of the most intelligent people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and I'm so proud of his journey with his family. And he'll tell you a little bit more about where they are right now as they were helped by Door of Hope tremendously. Larry.
Larry Steele. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Tim. 3 years ago, my wife and I, Mary, had a beach house in Santa Barbara, a new Mercedes-Benz, a new Chevy Suburban. She was a very successful real estate agent. I ran a very successful tile business. And as soon as the housing market went sideways, we went sideways with it. One by one, everything was stripped from us just by virtue of our own lunacy. We were all maxed out on our credit cards. We were just completely extended, living one paycheck away from homelessness the whole time and having no idea that it was so close. Flash forward to 8 months ago, my wife and I were just so exhausted. We walked into the courthouse down the street, hand in hand, crying, and filed our divorce papers because it just seemed easier for her to raise the baby by herself and me just hanging out somewhere else, getting work and sending money. And then we discovered Door of Hope completely by accident, and we couldn't believe it when we got there. They let us in, and the first night that we laid our heads down, we just went, oh, and we were able to catch our breath. And we graduated from Door of Hope just 6 short weeks ago, and we still drive down here every Sunday to meet with 2 of the staff at Door of Hope. We're still practicing and learning what they made available to us, and honestly, our marriage has never been stronger. My 3-year-old son is absolutely flourishing. We're back in Santa Barbara. And I just wanted to say one thing in closing, and that was that what you think about homeless people and who they are and what they look like and where they stay is far from the reality that you may have. It's you and I. You know, it's right here, it's right now, and it could happen to any of us with one bad turn. I'm so grateful, Tim, for keeping the lights on, you know, and Tara, you're saving our lives, girl. We love you. Thank you. That's all I got.
Yeah.
It could happen to anyone. It could happen to you. It could happen to me.
And I wish that there could be a door of hope in every community throughout Southern California, because we're in such desperate need.
I'm so grateful, Tim, for keeping the lights on, you know, and Tara, you're saving our lives, girl. We love you.